Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Selena. So in this video, I want to show you an easy tutorial on how you can make a basic 360-degree flare peplum top. So basically this is how it looks like. So I will be using this scuba fabric for the flower. I have my lining, and also this is the fabric that I'll be using for this particular draft. What I have with me, I have a measuring tape, I have a scissors, I have a piece of chalk, and I have my rulers. So my fabric is folded into two as usual, and the first thing that I'm going to do for this is I'm going to draw a straight line, and this is going to be the shoulder line. After the shoulder line, I'm going to mark the length of my bodice, which is 16 inches. This is what I'm marking right here. And after that, what I'm going to mark is I'm going to mark my chest line, which is 8 inches, and my bust line, which is 10 inches. And I'm just going to draw a straight line across. After placing in across these straight lines, the next thing I'm going to do is placing the shoulder measurements. 15 divided by 2 will give me 7.5 inches. This is what I'm marking right there. And I'm going to open my neckline with 4 inches. And also downwardly, I'm going to mark 4 inches and just draw my neckline. After that, I'm going to drop down with 1 inch on my shoulder line and mark it to the opening of my neckline because our shoulders are slanting and not straight. After that, I'm going to place in the measurements for my bust on my chest line, which is 34 divided by 4 will give me 8.5 inches, and I'm going to add 2 inches for the sewing allowance. On my waistline is 28 divided by 4 will give me 7. I'm going to add 1 inch for the dot, and also I'm going to add 1 inch for the sewing allowance. I am now going to join these points together and place in my curve ruler to get my armhole. If you have one, you can do that. Also, if you don't, just use your free hand. So the front armhole and back are different. So I'm going to measure the length of my armhole, and half of this I'm going to place the mark right there and go inwardly by 1/2 inch. This is going to be my front armhole. So right there I have the front armhole, and also I have the back armhole. After that, I'm just going to join all these points together. As for my waistline, I'm now going to place in the darts. What I'm using is 4.5 inches. So I'm marking 4.5 inches right there, and the measurement of a dart is 1 inch. That's why you see me putting 1/2 inch at the left side and also 1/2 inch at the right side. I have 1 inch right there, and the length of this dart I wanted to be at 6 inches. So I'm going to mark a point there and just mark my dart. After marking this dart, I'm going to do the same for the other side and go ahead and cut out this draft. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is trace the front onto the back, but I'm going to measure 1.5 inch away from the starting point, and this is going to be the zip allowance. So I'm just going to cut out this piece exactly the way it is. So I'm now going to place in the measurements on my back neckline, which I'm using 1.5 inches. So this is what I'm marking right there, and I'm also marking it there, and I'm going to use my curve ruler to just draw in my neckline. After that, I'm placing in the darts for the back, 4.5 inches, 1/2 inch at the left and 1/2 inch at the right, and the length of this is going to be 7 inches. This is what I'm marking right there, and I'm just going to place across and mark my dart. I will equally mark the dart for the other side of this body. So these are the pieces that I have, and I'm just going to cut out my front neckline, and also I'm going to cut out the front armhole. So this is what the front looks like, and also this is what the back looks like. I'm just going to place them right there so you can see what I have. This is the back piece of this peplum top, and this is the front piece of this peplum top. For the flower I'll be placing on the top, I just made a round circle using this craft scissors, and this is how I'll be placing the flower onto the top. So now I want to cut the peplum part of this top, and this is how I folded the fabric, the first fold and also the second fold. This is all round for the whole of the peplum top. I have 4 pieces as you can see right there, so you should be having 4 pieces for your peplum. So I'm going to place in the radius of my waistline, which is supposed to be 7 inches. Okay, so I'm marking it right there at 4 inches. This is what is going to give me the 7 inches radius. So if you want to get your radius, you can just place in your tape measure like that and get the measurement of your waist. I want the length of this peplum to be 11 inches, so this is what I'm marking right there, and I'm going to place the tape measure all around until I get 11 inches across the round of this peplum. So this is what I'm marking right there. After that, I'm just going to place my measurements at 16 to see what length I have. So the length of my peplum top plus the bodice is going to give me 27 inches. I'm just going to cut it out. After cutting out, this is what I have for the flare peplum, and here I'm cutting it out. It's going to be at the zip side. As you notice, I didn't leave any allowance for this flare because when you cut a flare, it usually gives you some excess allowance. So I'm just going to measure what I have for the waist of this. My waist measurement is 28 inches, and because this flare right now is folded into 2, I should be having 14 inches plus some extra allowance for the zip allowance. So what I have is 15 inches and a half. So this is the flare that I'll be sewing into my top. As you can see, this is a 360-degree flare top. So I'm just going to show you also how I'll be putting it when I take it to the sewing machine. This is the bodice that we made earlier. I'm going to stitch it around like that, and this is going to be my full peplum top. And also I cut out the lining to the pieces for the front side, for the back side, and also the lining for the peplum. These are what I'll be sewing. So I hope you learned something from this tutorial. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.